Hey guys, it's March 20th. All our tools are built. GPT-4 was released a couple of days ago, and we just got done cleaning up the websites to the point where we decided to go ahead and index them. We're going to attach company information before long, but the website's awesome. And when you look through it, generally speaking, you know, it's amazing to think how much got done in 2 minutes. Because we made this entire website in 2 minutes, and guess what? Within about a week, Google started to index it, and so let me show you what's happened since. So on this page, if we do a count, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 total pages on this website so far. Very skinny, not a lot of great information in terms of breadth yet, right? But already, let's take a look. Google has certainly, for that site, indexed all 10 results. And when we look at those 10 results, I want to show you something. So I'm in incognito, and I'm going to start with the longer tail versions of keywords for things that are showing up here, right? And then tightening them up. So check this out. Appealing unfair settlements with expert car accident attorneys. Okay, 16.5 million results. Okay, out of which we are number 3. No, we're number 1 because it's a sponsored link. These are sponsored. So we're the number 1 link for that. That's kind of cool because it's useful. Appealing unfair settlements with expert car accident attorneys. Now that's very long tail. Let's start tightening it up a little bit. Okay, appealing unfair settlements with car accident attorneys. So I got the word expert out of there, just took it out, and I was curious. So we got 9.5 million results. And sponsored, where are we now? We are number 2 on the page, okay? Out of that, 2. So then I said, what if we tighten it some more? So I took the car out. Appealing unfair settlements with accident attorneys. Now that's kind of neat because it could be car accident. It could be premise accident, work-related accident, dog bite accident. And guess what? We're number 1 out of 21 million results. And so I said, what now? Appealing settlements with car accident attorneys. So I got rid of the word unfair. Okay, I just appealing settlements with car accident attorneys. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We are number 8 for that still. So we're still on the front page for that out of 32 million results. Okay, now that's crazy. Let me take a different direction. I'm going to do this one more time, and I'm going to point out one thing you may have missed. Seeking maximum compensation with expert car accident attorneys. Okay? And we've got number 3 out of 50 million, or 49 million results. Number 3. Okay? Now, again, these pages just got indexed like a week ago. All 10 of them from the website, Google said yes to. They'll say yes to all the other websites soon, which are going to start to fill in on a bunch of these pages as well. Let me see. Seeking maximum compensation with car accident attorneys. Again, I took out the word expert first, right? 1, 2, we're number 3, okay, out of 32 million results. Then I went seeking maximum compensation with accident attorneys. Again, could be car, could be premise, could be work related, could be dog bite, right? Where are we at? Got the number 3 result right here. Out of 56 million results, we're number 3. Examining court decisions and settlements with car accident attorneys. I thought this was neat. Different direction altogether. We have the top 2 results here. Accident Lawyer Link and Accident Legal Connect. Okay, so I thought, well, that's pretty darn cool. That's 48.5 million results for that. I said, what now? And so I started tightening that up. Examining court decisions with car accident attorneys. 130 million results. We are the top 2. The top 2. And then I said, examining court settlements with car accident attorneys. Instead of court decisions, I went to court settlements. Okay, and we're the number 1 guy. And the other links right here, what is that, number 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, number 5. Out of 50.5 million results, more than 50 million results. And then I went ahead and tightened that up. Took the word court out of it. Examining settlements with car accident attorneys. Still got almost 38 million results. And what do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4. We're number 4. We're number 4. So the other thing I want to point out before I'm done with this is, even though the website is focused on Atlanta, Georgia, okay, the whole website's focused on Atlanta. And sure, if I throw in the Atlanta terms, I'm going to see results like this for sure, because that was my point. I'm showing up for these smarter, longer tails right now that are getting shorter as we go. And this is nationwide. Okay, I am competing with the nation on these things. And I am competing on terms that are approaching short tails, but certainly useful when people start the short tail search and go, that's not clear enough, and they add a word or two, they wind up typing something like this. Very commonly. So they're coming from this end while we're trying to rank higher and higher, and they're coming this way, and we're meeting in the middle right now. And that's amazing. Just amazing. So what do I want to point out to you guys? Get into the Decrypt My Leads, because we just reached a point where we finished all the tool development and everything is running incredibly powerfully. You can claim any position for any industry. The higher the offset, the more it costs. Just be aware of that. But then that's because the more competitive it is. As a matter of fact, accident attorneys, that's an offset of 1.25. It's pretty high. There are things that can be higher. Going for name brands, and competing with them directly on their home turf and then in different locales. But we're not really competing. We're working with their affiliates, that kind of thing. So finally, we're at a point where we're starting to cram this out for everything we need and want. We can do 10 to 20 websites a day that are filled in properly. Images are done. All the websites are finished, and then we just add pages as we go to make them more authority websites. And you guys understand that we know about that, right? Going to alsoask.com, I've covered this. Because we do that, we can go looking up the keywords that we need, accident attorneys. And, oops, I had that set for UK. I'll just set for the US. But the point is, it'll give us this kind of a breakdown right here. So what are we going to do? Write a page about this that has these topics in it. Then write a page about this that has these topics in it. Write a page about that has these. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages, but then we can keep going. We can write more and more pages. We can go into these topics and write more. Why do you want to write lots more pages? It's more doorways into your site from all these different questions people are asking across Google and Bing. And so as people go asking these questions and wind up coming into the website, we're there. We're there to meet them. For all the people who are just studying, that's great, because we're making their journey interesting, and that means Google loves what our site is doing for them. We're an authority on the topic. And for those who don't want to do it themselves, they want us to do it for them, they want to hire a lawyer or whatever, great. Okay? Our websites rank higher because we create all the pages about the topic. Get in, get going. So this Decrypt My Leads, you're going to want to get in now. We're starting to line up the people. We're starting to map out the exact locations we want and attach the people to the locations depending on their claim. So when you get one of these, you got to choose a county, right? That's it. And so it's going to be your county. The higher the population, the more expensive it gets. And there is a huge swing between the upper end and the lower end of this thing. So you just got to kind of like figure where you can get into something like this. Near the top, it's pretty expensive, but it's huge. Imagine what the payouts are like when we're attached through a network that routes the calls and charges the lawyers, and we get our cuts from that. It's huge. Okay? As you come down in the population, they become cheaper. And why do they become cheaper? And some of these really take off well. They become cheaper because they're smaller areas with fewer competitors and they're not so web savvy, right? So the bigger the area, the greater the population, the more competitors, the more web savvy they are. That's just how that goes. But you can go anywhere from low to high. And those of you guys who know an industry well, you can give us a little insight on what you want, or you just happen to know this kicks butt, or that kicks butt, or that kicks butt, or that kicks butt. You want in on it? Yeah. Go for it. Grab yourself whatever county, whatever industry combination you want. Pick that thing up. When you hit this, you're going to have to sign up and log in to continue. Then you can claim the thing on the inside. Okay, then it's yours. And that's great because we're going to build this project for you. And what we do is split the revenue that comes off of it. So you're basically an angel investor paying for a project that we're going to do for you. And then you earn half of the earnings that you get dragged along for half of the earnings because we're doing all the work to make the thing just ramp up profits. And how do we do that? By making these websites and making them rank and attaching monitoring so we can see how people act on the pages, we can perfect the journey. And by doing that, we attach phone numbers of networks. And the networks want the leads. The networks are all set up to sell the leads to guys who've already decided to pay for them. And that's true in basically all the industries out there. If we don't find a network, we're just going to go straight for some of the locals. And for the guys in the networks, we go through them until we really have our plans figured out and low-hanging fruit. And wherever we're starting to get the most leads, then we can talk around the network and go straight to, cut them out as the middleman and go straight to the end client. So there's a lot of money involved in this. And we're doing it so well, so fast because GPT 3.5 and 4, those two engines are incredible. They allow us to outcompete the competitors, everybody out there on their own turf, and that's just what I was showing you up here. This site is written with GPT 3.5, not even GPT 4.0, and we're straight competing with accident attorneys at a nationwide level on their own turf with a website that specifically says it's for Atlanta, Georgia. How's that for nuts? So all we got to do is plug in a network, plug in some basic company info. Very simple, right? Change the logo to something useful. And then boom, we are off and running. There's so much money that comes off of this. And as we add more pages to the site, then more people are going to land on it and keep reading, and Google's going to rank it higher. More people are going to come. It's going to turn to a lot of money. And that's true with everything we touch now. So hop in and get going. I'm really amazed because I looked at the very first sites that I undid no index on. This is the first one Google got to and indexed. 10 pages in, and I mean, it's a skinny site competing at a nationwide level for really good terms that are getting shorter tail already in a week. Yeah, I mean, the future's beyond promising. Okay, so definitely hop in. We can basically assure profitability simply because what I mean to say is we can create totally interesting, engaging content at full speed. And we can monitor the way people interact to make sure that they're having a good experience. And we can let the websites improve the ROI in the middle. And we can attach all of that power to networks that already can go ahead and invoice and collect the monies from the guys and pay us our cut because they want us doing what we're doing. They don't want us to go away. So we get to land some really good deals. And we can go through as many networks as we want, figure out who's the best paying, stick with them, and then anytime we feel like going around the middleman because we've got enough set in place in a given area, we'll just do it. Reach out to some of those guys, show them the recorded calls we were putting through the network, say, do you want leads like this? You know, here's how we're going to do it. And they'll be like, all right. And that's just great money. Okay, hop in. This is like the best passive investment system I know. It's decrypt my leads, okay, and hit claim this position at the top, okay, and then choose something and then continue. Sign up, sign in, finish the registration, lock in your position, we'll take care of you. If we feel like we need to move you into a different position, we'll let you know because you're probably going to say sure because you're in it for the money. You don't really care what the position is. The reason you choose an industry and a county is because that way you can lock yourself in at a level of investment you want. Word to the wise. The bigger you go, the better, and here's why. You get a small position, it gets small sites. The sites, it's the equivalent of $200 per website. So if you get 5 websites, well, each website might average a visitor the first month and then 3 visitors the next month because that's kind of how Google works. It's not sure if it can handle the business, so it grows you slow and watches to see if you keep up without giving up. Right? And if we keep making changes to the site, which are natural, is very natural, then what happens is Google sees we're still on it. And so Google knows we're still there. Okay? So Google trusts our growth. Okay? That's the idea. So But I mean, just how much can one website get you in the first few months? Not a lot of profit, right? It's only one website. But what happens if you had 100 websites that each got like an average visitor the first month? Oh, it's like 100 visitors the first month. And then the next month they get like 3 visitors on average each. That's 300 visitors the second month, right? All coming in organically from their own searches and being interested in the contents, right? And our websites watch how they interact and make improvements to themselves to grow their interest on the pages so that they stay longer, click more things. Google tracks both of those. They track how long they stay and what they click on. And they track that our page speed is awesome and that we're creating useful informational based topics that people can read, right? That all lead into the website. Okay, so by the time we're done, we're gonna have 100 to 200 pages on every website. Totally useful information as people pour in. Some are gonna want us to take over. The rest, we're just there to learn. But all of that is what Google wanted to see to make us an authority website and foist us up to the top. And we can do it better than anyone else now. Okay, 10-page website in 2 minutes. 100-page website in 20 minutes. 200-page website in 40 minutes. When we work at scale, when we do a stack of websites at once, that is how the averages come out. It's insane. Okay, talk to you soon.